Hi, so I want to talk to you all about um, those of us who are going through this coronavirus pandemic. I know it's a very, very hard thing to get through. Um, I know that it's something that it's overcoming everyone and overshadowing everyone. But I want to start off by reading something that I read this morning. It says, "Life is not the way it's supposed to be. It's the way it is. The way you cope is what makes the difference." A lot of times we don't know how to use coping mechanisms and coping techniques, and that's the thing that's going to keep us. There are people who have been strong for years, and now that the situation has happened, they don't know how to be strong anymore. They don't know how to take control or take back their life and know that they're still winners. Even when you're going through situations, even when you used to be a winner, you can't say I used to be a winner. Even when you were winning, you're still winning, even during this time. It doesn't matter what's going on. These challenges and adversities, they're going to come your way, but just know that you're being tested. Just know that you can get through this. So I have a couple of notes I jotted down. So you're going to see my head kind of going down back and forth. I just don't want to miss any points. I want to make sure that you guys get what you need to hear. I don't know if there's a lot of people talking about encouraging each other, reaching out to each other. I believe that there are, but understand that there are people out there like myself that want to see you make it, want to see you get through it. I talk to people every single day about the challenges in their lives and things that you go through, the struggles of life. And I know as a human being, it becomes very difficult. If you don't have a way to pull out of it and get out of it, you won't get out of it, and you'll stay stuck, and you don't want to be stuck, trust me. So there have been people that have, you know, had different outlets to help them pull through life, and they can't be a part of them anymore, such as church, or they maybe have had activities in their lives and hobbies in their lives, and people who love to go out into the community and just reach out to other people, and they can't do that anymore. And a lot of times that could be depressing and very stressful that you don't have that outlet anymore. But this is the time for you right now to become productive. This is the time for you to learn how to reach out and not touch someone, but touch yourself, touch the inner you. Begin to pull that out, all that imagination that we used to have when we were children, your creativity, learning how to pull that out and reach into that, and just begin to inundate yourself with so many creative things that you can do for yourself so that you can put a smile on your own face at the end of the day. A lot of times we like to make people smile and just make them feel happy, but you got to take a moment where you stop and you put yourself and your life on pause so that you can learn how to smile and you can learn how to feel that same joy. Okay. I'm going to talk about some ways that I get through this time of my life, and also go from that. But for those of us who have been infiltrated and taunted with sadness, depression, fear, anxiety, isolation, loneliness, doubt, all these things that have been going on in our lives, for all of us that have been feeling a wave of emotion that we really don't know how to get through, this is the time, this is the moment for you to do exactly what I just talked about, being productive, and taking your mind back to those days when you were a child. Some of us didn't have good childhoods, so I'm telling you now, be creative. Just learn how to be creative and start pulling on those good qualities that you do have, your strengths that you do have, and letting them defeat the weaknesses that we are so used to portraying our weaknesses. Start maximizing your strengths and using that. So, there have been people who've been inspired who are no longer inspired during this time. So get back your you. Begin to get back the person who you really were. Don't become lost during this time. I know it's a challenging time, but begin to build on yourself. Become a more genuine you. Just become a more active person and a more authentic you is basically the word that I was looking for, if you can understand where I'm coming from. So at this point, stay inspired. Don't lose your dream. Don't let it die during this time. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith during this time. Don't lose direction. Most of all, don't lose your passion. Whatever you want to do in life. You hear my kids in the background. They keep me laughing. I told them to be quiet. Quiet. That is not quiet. Anyways, but don't lose your passion. Don't lose who you are. Stay true to yourself and just gravitate to good, positive things. Okay. What I do want you to lose is doubt. What I do want you to lose is fear. What I do want you to lose is uncertainty and ambiguity. I want you to lose those things, because those things are the things that are going to really cause destruction through your journey and through this path that we're all going through. So I want you to find good things that you can grab a hold to. I'm going to tell you about a few things that I do and have been doing that has been keeping my mental state healthy. First of all, I pray. I believe in God. I trust God will, come through during times like this. He's come through for me before. So I don't doubt his character. Although there have been times where I have. I just had to refocus and get myself back on track. So yes, that is one thing that I definitely do. My knees hit the ground and I'm praying and I'm crying out to God. That's one thing that I definitely believe that keeps me sane, that keeps me going, because if not, I would have lost it years ago, just going through all the challenges that I've been going through in life. No one's life is better than the next person's. That person on social media, their life is not better than yours. They're showing you what they want to show you. It's all before the camera. So, guys, don't pay attention to that social media stuff. Matter of fact, you might want to take a break from it. Just take a break from it and let it go. Just let it go. It may not be the time for you to be on social media right now, especially going through this stuff. You might want to check out things like TikTok. Stumbler is another one I just learned about. Stumbler is really good. It keeps me laughing. Some of you know some good sites that's out there. If you can post some, letting everyone know what you do during this time, and also what some good sites to look at. Some funny things. Funny things are amazing to look at during this time. It'll keep you laughing. Your joy is your strength. And I believe that when you're laughing, and it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. So just know that's the truth. So some things that I do during this time, I try new foods. I try cooking new and different things. Those of you who don't even know how to cook, start with boiling some water. Boil some water. Put a hot dog in there. If you don't know how to cook, just play around with some stuff. There's some things that you guys haven't been doing while you've been working. It's been hard to get to it. Laundry, folding clothes, just cleaning your house, dusting, all that stuff. I'm telling you this because I'm looking around my house and I know that stuff I need to do at the moment. So just try it, do it, and trust me, you'll build your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-concept about yourself. You'll start really building that stuff up, and you'll start really encouraging yourself. Another thing that I like to do, I like to soak in the tub. I like to take nice hot showers. During that time, I sing, I pray, all that stuff, and I take as long as I want, during that time. I like to dance. I'll put on my favorite songs and I'll dance the night away. And I'll stay focused, on me and how it's making me feel. And it's also a part of exercising, so that helps too. I'm not a big exercise person, but there are certain things that I do that will qualify as exercise. Baking a cake is also a wonderful thing with your kids or, whoever you're with. Even for yourself, bake a cake. Bake a nice chocolate cake, even if it's very small. It doesn't have to be big. If you don't like cake, bake cookies. If you don't like cookies, try something else to bake. But just watch the Food Channel, the Food Network. That's a good thing to do. Listening to music, getting on TikTok. Being on social media, let me hit that again. That will actually really make you feel inferior to other people because you'll think that their life is so grandiose and so wonderful, and you don't realize that that's not the truth of that person's life. There are a lot of unhappy people on social media. I don't think you know that or not. And if you do, then maybe you should really think about that and tell yourself, this is not real. And even if it is real, so what? I don't want my life being that person's life, and I don't want to live their life. I don't want them living mine, and I don't want to live theirs, so it'll be unhappy. It's like trying to fit into someone else's skin. It's not yours. It's not yours. So focus on you, focus on what'll make you feel at the moment happy, and just put a smile on your face. Depression is something that will grip your soul. So you have to learn how to shake depression. Don't let it be your friend. Don't let it walk hand in hand with you. Don't let it take control over your mind or anything like that, because it will. It's very invasive. So I'm telling you this because I've suffered from depression for quite some time, but I had to learn how to get out of it and bring myself through it, and it didn't come without help. I did have people who were there to help me, whether it was a therapist, my mom. I had a really good auntie on my side too that really helped me get through some things that I had gone through. So stay away from social media. Stay centered, stay focused, stay humble. Learn breathing techniques. That's a good one. Learning how to breathe. Just find a nice chair. What I want to get is an egg chair. I think they call them egg chairs. They call them something like that, egg chairs. I want to get that chair, and I just want that. That'll be my staying centered, area where I will just sit there. And since I don't have it, I use my bed, or I use a chair, or I just stay on the floor and I meditate. But just get in that chair, have your book, and just begin to close your eyes and recenter yourself. All the negative thoughts, all of the crazy, chaotic thoughts that come your way, you got to bring those into control. Sometimes you got to put things aside and not worry about those things and just completely think about, the positive things in life. Your children, that's a huge positive thing in your life. If you don't have children, think of something else that brings you joy, and bring you life, that lifts up your spirit. Think about those things. People will stress you out. People, period, will stress you out. Let me just tell you. So this may be a good time for some of us to get away from people. This may be a good time for us to have our break, and the break that we've been praying for, knowing that you needed that break from your job, or knowing that you needed that break from your family, or knowing that you needed that break from people who were just talking and yapping and gossiping and doing all that stuff. Y'all don't want to do that. Grow is what I'm trying to tell you. Grow. It's important. Educate yourself. It's always good to learn more. Be a better you is what I'm trying to tell you. Be a better you. Be a better you. You could do that. Breathing will help you. Learning breathing techniques will help you learn how to stay calm and be calm. Let me see. I think that's basically it. Just try to be a better you and learn how to do that, because once you step out and you're ready for the world again, you'll be more refined. You'll learn that how to have more self-control, if you've been practicing that while you've been under this situation, in the house where we all are. and you'll learn how to just be less impulsive. And those of you who've been ignorant, you'll learn how to be less ignorant or ignorant, as my mom say. But you'll know and you'll learn. So that's very important. Um, so I hope this has helped. I hope this has benefited some of you who are out there. I hope this reached you and touched your heart in a good way. Stay encouraged, stay insightful, stay at peace internally, externally. Regain your ability to have self-control, to have a healthy control. Stay empowered, and just believe that you will get through this. Just know for yourself that you will get through this. We're all in this together, even individually when we're in our own world, if you will. Know that things will work out for the good. And that's it. So God bless. Stay safe. Take care. And namaste.